Hi friends, my name is Maruti and I'm the co-founder of Cracku. In this video, I have recorded the video solutions for all the questions in Quant from slot 3 of CAT 2025. The question will be first showed to you. Please try to solve the question on your own before you look at the video solution. If you have any doubts in any one of the 22 questions, please feel free to comment below this video. I look at all the comments and I'll try to respond to them to the best of my ability. In addition to this video, I'll also urge you to watch three very important videos. One is the 100 quant questions that you must know, where we are looking at 100 questions which are very important for CAT with detailed video solution. The second one is the complete quant revision. This was done by Saili. She discusses all the important concepts that are needed for CAT. The third one is a 7-hour video where I and Saili explain all the important formulas that are needed for CAT. The links for all the three videos are given in the description of this video. After you finish this video, definitely go through all three of those videos. So here the monthly sales of a product are given from January to April. So in January, the number of products sold is 120. In February, the number of products sold is 135. In March, the number of products sold is 150. And in April, it is 165. These are the number of products sold in the 4 months. Now the cost price of the product is 140 per unit. Sorry, 240 per unit. That is constant, it is fixed. And a mark price also is fixed. So let us assume that the mark price per unit is rupees M. Now discount percentages are given. Discount percentage in January is 20%. In February is 10%. In March it is 5%. And in April no discounts were given. So in April the discount percentage is 0%. If the total profit from January to April is 1,38,825, then the mark price is supposed to be calculated. So first thing is we can calculate what is the total number of units sold. The total number of units sold in the 4 months is 120 plus 135 plus 150 plus 165. If you add them up, if you add these two, it is 300. Plus you add these two, it is 270. This will be 570. So what is the total cost price? The total cost price can be easily calculated. How can we calculate it easily? We can calculate it easily because we know that 570 units are sold and each unit costs 240 per unit. So this is 570 into 240. Somebody is asking, can I solve it without calculator? I would say solving these kind of things without calculator is going to take you a lot of time. So I have a calculator which I'm actually going to use. So this will come to equal 1,36,800. We are given the profit. Profit is 1,38,825. So what is the total selling price? The total selling price will be equal to 1,36,800, which is the total cost price, plus 1,38,825, which is the profit. If you add both of them, you are going to get the selling price, which is, this is 25, this is 6, this is 1, this is 5, this is 1, this is 7, and this is 2. So the total selling price is 2,75,625. In terms of mark price, we can calculate it because the discount percentage in every month is given. So the selling price in January will be 0.8M. Why? Because the discount percentage is 20%. In February, it is 0.9M. And in March, it is 0.95M. In April, no discount was given. So the selling price is M. In each of the month, the total number of units sold also is given. It is 120, 135, 150, and 165. So the total selling price will be 120 in January into 0.8M plus the total selling price in February is 135 into 0.9M plus in March it is 150 into 0.95M and in April it is 165M. 120 into 0.8M is 96M. For the remaining things, again I'm going to use the calculator. What is 135 into 0.9? This is 121.5M. This is 135 into 0.9. What is 150 into 0.95? That will be 142.5 plus 165M. This is the total selling price. This will be, what is the sum of these two? You can add them up. This will be 264M. And the sum of these two is 261M. This will come to equal 525M. This is the total selling price. This is equaling 2,75,625. So the marked price is 2,75,625 divided by 525, which will actually equal 525. So the answer for this particular question, this is a very lengthy question, but this is a question that has actually come in CAT. So the correct answer is option B. In this question, we are told that there are three teams, A, B, and C. They consist of 5, 8, and 10 members. So we have A, we have B, and we have C. A has 5 members. B has 10 members. How many members does B have? B has 8 and C has 10. And C has 10 members. What is told is that each member of a particular team is equally productive and the teams complete the job in 40, 50 and 4 hours. So A takes 40 hours, B takes 50 hours and C takes just 4 hours to finish the job. So each member of A, what is the total time taken by one person? In team A, there are 5 members, all of them combined have taken 40 hours. So one member will take 200 hours. B has 8 members, they have taken a total of 50 hours. So one member in team B will take 50 into 8, which is 400 hours. And in team C, we have 10 members, all of them combined took 4 hours. So each one will take 40 hours. Now, if you are trying to compare the efficiency of a member in A, B, and C, let us assume that the total work that needs to be done is, say, 400 units. Why did we choose 400? Because we are looking for the least common multiple, that is the LCM of 200, 400, and 40. What is the LCM of 200, 400, and 40? It will be 400. So let us assume that the total work that needs to be done is 400 units. So in 1 hour, what is the work done by one member of A? He can do 400 units of work in 200 hours. So in 1 hour, he does 2 units of work. One member from B takes 400 hours to do 400 units of work. So in 1 hour, he does 1 unit of work. One member in team C takes 40 hours to do 400 units of work. So in 1 hour, he does 10 units of work. So we have gotten the comparison or the relationship between the efficiencies of one member of A, one member of B, and one member of C. Now, what is told to us is that two members from A, three members from B, and one member from C, they start the job, and the member from team C leaves after 23 hours. So in these 23 hours, let us try to figure out how much work is done. We have two members from A, three members from B, and one member from C. Each member from A can do 2 units of work in 1 hour. So 2 members from A will do 4 units of work in 1 hour. Each member of B can do 1 unit of work. There are 3 members, so they do 3 units of work. Each member of C can do 10 units of work in 1 hour. There is only one member of C, so they do 10 units. So in 1 hour, this team, what is the total work that is done? It is 4 plus 3 plus 10, which is equal to 17 units. So the total work done by them is 17 units in 1 hour. They work together for 23 hours. So the total work done by these guys is 23 into 17, which is equal to 391 units. So this team has finished 391 units of work in 23 hours. The total work that needs to be done is 400 units. So now the work remaining is just 9 units. Now who is completing this work? We have two members from A and some members from B. Originally there were 3 members from B, but now some new members have joined, all of them to replace the member from team C. Some additional members have joined. Let us assume that the number of additional members is say A. So the number of people from team B who joined, let us assume that it is some other variable so that there is no confusion. Let us assume X additional members have joined. So the total members from B will be X plus 3, because 3 members were already there, X members have newly joined. So now 2 members from A and X plus 3 members from B are working, and they have to finish this 9 units in 1 hour. 2 members from A again will do 4 units of work. X plus 3 from B will do X plus 3 in 1 hour. So the total work that is done will be 4 plus X plus 3, which is X plus 7. This has to equal 9, or the value of X will be 2 members. So the number of additional members who joined from team B will be equal to 2. So the correct answer for this question is option B. Hi friends, in this question we are told that there are 1500 students and they choose one of the 3 streams, which is science. Let us assume that the number of students who chose science is S. Arts, let us assume that the number of students who chose arts is A. And commerce, let us assume that the number of students who chose commerce is C. So S plus A plus C is equal to 1500. They paid a fee of 1100, 1000 and 800 respectively. And the total fee paid is given, it is 15.5 lakhs. If every science student paid 1100, the total money he paid is 1100 S, plus the total money he paid by art students will be 1000 into A, and the total money that was paid by the commerce students, each one of them paid 800, will be 800 into C. This is equal to 15 lakhs and 50,000. You can divide the entire equation with 100. So what you are essentially getting is 11S plus 10A plus 8C is equal to 15,500. Now you are told that the number of science students is not more than the number of art students. So science, we are told, is less than or equal to arts, or the number of art students is greater than or equal to the number of science students. We are required to calculate the maximum value of science students. So S max is what we are required to calculate. We'll first eliminate of C. We have two equations. First we have S is equal to S plus A plus C is 1500. So C is equal to 1500 minus A minus S. If you substitute that over here, we are going to get 11S plus 10A plus 8 into 1500 minus A minus S is equal to 15,500. This will be 11S plus 10A plus this will be 12,000 minus 8A minus 8S is equal to 15,500. You can subtract this. This is 3,500. This would be 3S plus 2A is equal to 3,500. This is what we are going to get. Or the value of 2A is equal to 3,500 minus 3S. Now, what do we know about A? We know that A is greater than or equal to S. If A is greater than or equal to S, 2A will be greater than or equal to 2S. But what is the value of 2A? 2A is 3,500 minus 3S. So 3,500 minus 3S is greater than or equal to 2S. Or the value of 5S is less than or equal to 3,500. So the value of S is less than or equal to 700. So what is the maximum value of S? The maximum value of S will be equal to 700. So the answer for this particular question, because we are calculating the maximum value of S, will be 700. In this question, we are told that there is an arithmetic progression and the sum of the 4th, 7th and 10th terms is given to be 99. What are the two formulas that we know in an arithmetic progression? The nth term Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is the first term and D is the common difference. Similarly, the sum of the first n terms is equal to n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. In this case, A is the first term and D is the common difference. So what is the fourth term? If you are writing the fourth term as T4, this is A plus 3D. What is the seventh term? The seventh term will be A plus 6D. What is the 10th term? T10. This is A plus 9D. So the sum of all of them will be 3A plus 18D. This we are told is equal to 99. Or A plus 6D is equal to 33. This is one equation. We are also told that the sum of the first 14 terms. What is the sum of the first 14 terms? We will use this particular formula. The sum of the first 14 terms will be 14 by 2 into 2A plus 13D. This is 7 times 2A plus 13D is the sum of the first 14 terms. This is given to us, this is told to be equal to 497. So if this is equal to 497, 2A plus 13D is equal to 71. This is the second equation, this is the first equation. We have two variables and we have two equations, so we can solve for A and D. If you multiply this equation with 2, you are going to get 2A plus 12D. This is equal to 66. From this particular equation, subtract this equation. 2A will get cancelled. 13D minus 12D is D. D is equal to 71 minus 66, which is equal to 5. And from that, we can calculate the value of A. A will be equal to 3. Because 6D will be 30. A is equal to 33 minus 30, which is equal to 3. So the arithmetic progression will be of the form 3, 8, 13, 18, 23, 28 and so on. The first term is 3 and the common difference is 5. Now what are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the sum of the first 5 terms. Therefore, the sum of the first 5 terms will be sum of these terms. 3 plus 23 is 26, plus 8 plus 18 is also 26, plus you have the middle term which is 13. This is the sum of the first 5 terms, which you can calculate will equal 65. So the answer for this particular question will be 65. One of the things that I want to tell you is in these last few days in the run up to CAT, solving a lot of questions will be very useful to you. So we have created a lot of PDFs which include useful questions. You can download those PDF. You have to just Google search Cracku Quant topic wise questions and you will get the PDFs and try to solve them on your own. Once you solve the question or once you struggle to solve the question, the link for the video solution is given in the PDF itself. These PDFs have been downloaded thousands of times in the last few weeks. I'm sure they'll be very useful to you. Download these PDFs and try to solve them. Again, just you have to Google search Cracku Quant topic wise questions to get the PDFs. In this question, we are told that there is Ankita who walks from A to C through B. So we have this is A, this is C. Ankita walks from A to C through B. And this is B. Now, and runs back through the same road. So she walks from A to C and then runs back at a speed which is 40% more than her walking speed. So what we know is that speed while running is 40% more, so 1.4 times the speed while walking. Now we know that the time it takes is inversely proportional to the speed. So the same amount of distance she will run in how much time? She will run in 1 divided by 1.4 times that she would walk. That is, if she has walked in 14 minutes, she would run the same distance in 10 minutes. Speed of running is 1.4 times the speed of walking. So the time it takes will be inversely proportional, which is 1 by 1.4. Now what we are told is that she takes exactly 3 hours and 30 minutes. What is 3 hours and 30 minutes? It is 210 minutes. Because 1 hour is 60 minutes, 3 hours is 180 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes will be 210 minutes. To walk from B to C. So to walk from B to C, she is taking 210 minutes. As well as run from B to A. Similarly, to run from B to A, she is taking 210 minutes. What we are asked to calculate is how much time would she take to walk from A to B, so this time, and run from B to C, this time. So from B to C, if she is walking in 210 minutes, how much time will she take to run? Running, remember, will take 210 divided by 1.4 minutes. And over here, if she is taking 210 minutes while running, how much time will she take walking? She will take more time walking. So she will take 210 into 1.4 minutes here. We are asked to calculate the sum of this and this. What is 210 divided by 1.4? This is 150 minutes. This is equal to 150 minutes. And what is 210 into 1.4? This will be 21 into 14, which is equal to 294. And the sum of these two will be 444 minutes. So the answer for this particular question will be 444. In this question, we are told that there is a 4-digit number now which is greater than 1000. The sum of the digits in the thousands, hundreds, and tens place is 15. So let us assume that it is a 4-digit number like this. Let the 4-digit numbers be A, B, C, and D. This 4-digit number is greater than 1000. So the first digit A will be greater than or equal to 1. Secondly, because we are describing a 4-digit number, all of these digits A, B, C, and D, they have to be single digit numbers. So they have to be less than 10. They can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. in the particular case of A, it cannot be equal to 0 because it's a 4-digit number. The first digit is greater than or equal to 1. We are told that the sum of the thousands, hundreds and 10 places is 15. So A plus B plus C is equal to 15. We are also told that the sum of the hundreds, tens and units place is 16. So B plus C plus D is equal to 16. From these two equations, immediately you will figure out that if you subtract the first one from the second one, D minus A has to equal 16 minus 15, which is 1, or the value of D is A plus 1. So basically, this is a 4-digit number. This is the first digit, second digit, third digit, and fourth digit. If this is A, this will be A plus 1. We are also told that the digit in the tens place is 6 more than the digits in the units place. So this will be 6 more than this. So this will be A plus 7. And this will be B. Now what we know is that the sum of the first 3 digits is equal to 15. So A plus B plus A plus 7 is equal to 15, or 2A plus B is equal to 8. Now what are the values that A can take? A can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. But one thing we need to notice is that the 10th digit, which is C, this has to be less than 10. So A plus C, which is the value of C, has to be less than 10, or A has to be less than 3. Because if A is equal to 3, the 10th digit will be equal to 10, which is not possible. So A cannot be equal to 3. The only two possibilities for A are that A is equal to 1 or 2. If A is equal to 2, the value of B will be equal to 4. C is 7 more than A, so it is 9, and D is equal to 1 more than A, which is 3. So that number will be 2, 4, 9, 3. If A is equal to 1, B will be equal to 6. If A is equal to 1, B is equal to 6. C will be 7 more than A, so C will be 8, and D will be 1 more than A, which is equal to 2. And therefore, that number will be 1682. And the difference between both of them will be 1, 1 and 8, which is 811. So the answer for this particular question is option A, which is 811. In this question, we are told that there is one guy called Rahul. He starts his journey at 5 p.m. at a constant speed so that he reaches his destination at 11 p.m. That is in 6 hours. However, on his way, he stops for 20 minutes, and after that, he increases his speed by 3 kilometers per hour to reach on time. So let us assume that this is his initial place A. He travels for 6 hours and he reaches B. Normally, without any issue, suppose his speed is S. What is the time that it takes? He starts at 5 p.m. He reaches at 11 p.m. So it takes him 6 hours. This is his speed. Let us assume that it is S kilometers per hour. But in the middle, at some point, let us say at this point over here, let that point be C. He stops for 20 minutes. And after that, he had to increase his speed to actually reach on time. So let us assume that normally it would have taken him T hours to go from C to B. Therefore, the time it would have taken him from A to C will be 6 minus T. This is without any stoppage. The total time is 6 hours. But now the distance also can be calculated. What is the distance between C and B? His speed is S kilometers per hour. So this distance is S into T. And what is the distance between A and C? That will be S into 6 minus T. To make up for the delay of 20 minutes, he increased his speed by 3 kilometers per hour. So if he went without any stoppage, he could go at S kilometers per hour. To go from C to B, the distance is ST, he would have reached in T hours. But because he waited here for 20 minutes, now his speed is S plus 3. And he still reaches on time. So what is the time it has taken him? Only the travel time. The travel time would be T minus 20 minutes. If you are expressing this in hours, it will be T minus 1 by 3. So what is the distance between C and B? He has traveled at s plus 3 kilometers per hour for t minus 1 by 3 hours. So the distance is s plus 3 into t minus 1 by 3. This is equal to s into t, which is the original distance if he had gone at the speed s without any stoppage. So this will be equal to st. Now you can just expand it. St plus 3t minus s by 3 minus 1 is equal to st. You can cancel both of them. The value of s by 3 plus 1 is equal to 3t. You can multiply this equation with 3. So s plus 3 is equal to 90. This is one equation between s and t. We are given another scenario. We are told that if he had waited for an additional 10 minutes, he normally waited for 20 minutes, but suppose instead of 20 minutes, suppose he waited for 30 minutes. Then his speed has to be s plus 5 to make up for the lost time. If he waited for 30 minutes and still reached on time, what is the time that he spent traveling? The time he spent traveling will be t minus 30 minutes. If you are expressing this in hours, it will be t minus 1 by 2 hours. So for t minus 1 by 2 hours, he traveled at s plus 5. So what is the distance that he covered? The distance he covered would be s plus 5 into t minus 1 by 2. This will equal the original distance, which is equal to st. So again, if you expand the brackets, it is st plus 5t minus s by 2 minus 5 by 2 is equal to st. You can cancel these two. So the value of s by 2 plus 5 by 2 is equal to 5t. You can multiply this equation with 2. You are going to get s plus 5 is equal to 10t. This is the second equation between s and t. This is the first equation. S plus 3 is equal to 90. S plus 5 is equal to 10t. You can subtract one equation from the other and you will get the equation that t is equal to 2. From this, if you substitute over here, s plus 5 will be equal to 20 or the value of s is equal to 15. So the way things actually worked is, he traveled initially for 4 hours. Then he stopped at C. This distance he would have traveled in 2 hours. His original speed is s kilometers per hour, which is 15 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer for this particular question is option B, which is 15 kilometers per hour. In this question, we are told that there are 3 pipes A, B and C and the rate of water flow through them is 4:9:x. So let us assume that in 1 hour, the amount of water flowing through A is 4x liters, through B will be 9x liters, and through C it will be 36x liters. Now there is an empty tank that can be completely filled by A in 15 hours. So in 15 hours, the amount of water filled by A will be 15 into 4x, which is equal to 60 liters. 60x liters. This is the volume of the empty tank. If all the 3 pipes are open, if A, B and C are open, how much water is filled in 1 hour? In 1 hour, the amount of water filled will be 4x plus 9x plus 36x. That sum will be 49x. The total volume that has to be filled is 60x. Therefore, the time it takes in hours will be 60x divided by 49x. In minutes, it will be 60 divided by 49 into 60, which is equal to 3600 divided by 49. This is approximately 73.4 minutes. Therefore, the answer for this particular question will be option A, which is 73 minutes.
Stop wondering which ants will call you. Get the most accurate answer. Cracku's I am called predictor analyzes everything, your academics, your work experience weightage, and even the job process, all based on the latest RTI data. Know the exact cutoffs and your precise chance in seconds. Ready for clarity? Just Google search Cracku I am called predictor. Your personalized I am report just this search away.
Okay, in this question we are told that f of x is x squared plus 3x into x squared plus 3x plus 2. We are required to calculate the sum of all roots of the equation square root of f of x plus 1 is equal to 9701. In this kind of a question, when you see some expression repeating, in this particular case, x squared plus 3x is repeating. So let us assume that a new variable a is equal to x squared plus 3x. Therefore, this is a and this will be a plus 2. So what is the value of f of x? F of x is simply equal to a into a plus 2, which is equal to a square plus 2a. Now what is f of x plus 1? F of x plus 1 is equal to a square plus 2a plus 1. But we know what is a square plus 2a plus 1. This is equal to a plus 1 whole square. So square root of f of x plus 1 is simply equal to a plus 1, which is again equal to just x square plus 3x plus 1. So the equation that is given to us is that square root of f of x plus 1, which is x square plus 3x plus 1, is equal to 9701. So x square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to 9701, or x square plus 3x minus 9700 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation and we can calculate the sum of the roots of this quadratic equation. In general, if you have a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the sum of roots is equal to minus b by a, and the product of the roots is equal to c by a. Here we are asked to calculate the sum of the two roots. So the sum of the two roots will be minus 3 divided by 1, which is equal to minus 3. So the answer for this particular question is option D, which is equal to minus 3. In this question, we are required to calculate the range of a particular function for real values of x. The function is 2x minus 3 divided by 2x square plus 4x minus 6. Whenever you are given or whenever you are asked to calculate the range of a function, a simple way to do it is assume that this f of x, which is equal to 2x minus 3 divided by 2x square plus 4x minus 6 is equal to a new variable called y. Now we will find a quadratic equation in x, and because we know that x has to be real, we will ensure that the discriminant of that quadratic equation will be greater than or equal to 0. We will again explain it in detail as the solution comes. So for example, here if you are cross multiplying, you are going to get 2x minus 3 is y into 2x square plus y into 4x minus 6y. If you are writing this as a quadratic equation, this is x square into 2y plus x into 4y minus 2 plus 3 minus 6y is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in x. We know that for any quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We have something called the discriminant d, which is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now, if d is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, x is real. There will be real values for x. If d is less than 0, x is not real. Here we are told that x is a real number, so the discriminant of this given quadratic equation has to be greater than or equal to 0. What is the discriminant? It is the square of the coefficient of x, which is 4y minus 2 whole square, should be greater than or equal to 4 times the coefficient of x square, which is 2y, into the constant term, which is 3 minus 6y. You can divide the entire inequality by 4. So this is 2y minus 1 whole square is greater than or equal to 2y into 3 minus 6y. This is 4y square minus 4y plus 1 is greater than or equal to 6y minus 12y square. This will equal 16y square minus 10y plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. This can be factorized to equal 16y square minus 8y minus 2y plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. You can take 8y common. This is 8y minus 1 into 2y minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. So the value of y is either less than or equal to 1 by 8, or the value of y is greater than or equal to 1 by 2. So the range of the given function, which is represented by y, will be minus infinity to 1 by 8. It can equal 1 by 8 union 1 by 2 to infinity. Now if you're looking at the options, this will be option C. In this question, we are asked to calculate the sum of all the digits of the number 10 to the power 50 plus 10 to the power 25 minus 123. In these kind of questions, once we find out the pattern, answering it will be very easy. The most important thing over here is this subtraction. Because if it was just an addition, if the question was say 10 to the power 50 plus 10 to the power 25, we can easily write it as 1, 0, 0, 0, dot, 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 and then we'll get another 1 and 0, 0, 0. Because if it is 10 to the power 50 plus 10 to the power 25, you can assume that it will look something similar to say 10 to the power 5 plus 10 square. How does this look? 10 to the power 5. 10 to the power 5 is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. In 10 to the power 5, we'll have 5 zeros. And 10 square will be 1, 0, 0. If you are just adding both of them, you are going to get 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So if it is just 10 to the power 50 plus 10 to the power 25, we can say that okay, it will be 2 ones and everything else will be a 0. But the complication comes because there is minus 123 over here. So to do that, let us see how does 10 cube minus 123 look like. 10 cube is 1000 minus 1, 2, 3 will be equal to, this is 7, 7 and 8, 877. How does 10 to the power 4 minus 123 look like? 10 to the power 4 minus 123 will be 1 followed by 4 zeros. This is 10 to the power 4 minus 123. So this will be, again this will be 877, but now we'll have a 9. How does 10 to the power 5 minus 123 look like? 10 to the power 5 minus 123. First 10 to the power 5 will be 1 followed by 5 zeros. And from this you subtract 123. This will be 8, 7, 7 and there will be 2 nines. This is 10 to the power 5 minus 123. So now you are seeing a pattern. Similarly, 10 to the power 25 minus 123 will look something like this. You will get 999 dot 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 9 followed by 877. How many nines will be there? When it is 10 cube minus 123, there is no 9. When it is 10 to the power 4 minus 123, we have 1 9. When it is 10 to the power 5, we have 2 nines. So the number of nines will be 3 lesser than the exponent. Because when it is 10 to the power 3, there is 0 nines. 10 to the power 4, we have 1 9. 10 to the power 5, we have 2 nines. 10 to the power 25, we'll have 22 nines. To this, if you are adding 10 to the power 50, it will look something like this. You will have 1 followed by many zeros, and then you will get this 9999, and then you will have 877. How many nines will be there? You will have 22 nines. So the sum of the digits of this particular number will be, what is 22 into 9? It will be 1 plus 22 into 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 7. This is 1 plus 22 into 9 is 198 plus 8 plus 7 plus 7 is 22. This will be equal to 221. So the answer for this particular question will be option B, which is 221. In this question, we are told that there is a triangle ABC that is formed such that AB is equal to AC is equal to 50. So we have a triangle like this. This is A, this is B, and this is C. AB is equal to 50, AC is equal to 50, and BC is equal to 80. This is an isosceles triangle because two sides are the same. And we are asked to calculate the sum of the lengths of all the three altitudes of the triangle. So we have to first calculate the area of this triangle. Once you calculate the area, we know the base of this triangle and we can calculate each of the altitude. To do that, let us first draw a perpendicular from A to BC. Let this be D. AD is the altitude of the angle A. Because this is an isosceles triangle, D will be the midpoint of BC. Both of them will be the same. So this is 40 and this is 40. Now if you are looking at the triangle ADB, this is a right angle triangle. The hypotenuse is 50, the base is 40. So the other side can be calculated. The length of AD will be equal to square root of 50 square minus 40 square, which is equal to square root of, this is 2500 minus 1600, which is 900, which is equal to 30. So one altitude we can calculate easily. This is equal to square root of 30. We know one altitude, we know one base. Therefore, the area of the triangle is equal to half into base, which is 80, into height, which is the length of the altitude, which is 30. This can be calculated to equal 1200 square centimeters. This is the area of the triangle. Now you multiply any side with the altitude, with the respective altitude, and divide it by 2, you are going to get the area. That is, if you are drawing an altitude from B to AC, if this length is say A, half into the length of the altitude A into 50 is also equal to the area, which is 1200. Cancel this and cancel this. This is 24. Or the length of the altitude is equal to 48 centimeters. Similarly, because this is an isosceles triangle, if you're drawing another altitude, this also will be equal to 48 centimeters using the same method. So the three altitudes, one is of length 30, one is of length 48, another is of length 48, and the sum of these three will be 30 plus 48, which is 126 centimeters. So the answer for this particular question will be equal to 126.
Every serious cat aspirant needs a secret weapon for the revision. This is yours, the Cracku Cat Formula PDF. It is not just a list, it's comprehensive and topic-wise guide for every formula you'll ever need to know. We've built it to be only formula sheet you'll ever need for your preparation, and we're giving it away for free. Find it easily. Just go to Google and search Cracku Cat Formula PDF. Download it, master it, and walk into the exam with confidence.
In this question, we are told that x square plus 1 by x square is 25, x is greater than 0, and we are asked to calculate the value of x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7. So if you're looking at x square plus 1 by x square, this is equal to 25. So we should try to figure out what is the value of x plus 1 by x first, because x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 is the value of x plus 1 by x whole square. Because what is x plus 1 by x whole square? It is x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 times x into 1 by x, which is equal to 2. This will be equal to 27. Because x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 25. Therefore, the value of x plus 1 by x is equal to square root of 27 because x is positive, which is 3 square root of 3. Now, what are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7. So, using this, we can first calculate the value of x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4. X square plus 1 by x square is 25. So, if you square both sides, x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 times x square into 1 by x square is equal to 625, which is 25 square. Therefore, x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4, this is equal to 623. Similarly, if you are looking at x plus 1 by x and x square plus 1 by x square, if we multiply both of them, we can calculate the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube. How can we do it? We know that x plus 1 by x is equal to 3 square root of 3. And x square plus 1 by x square we have calculated is equal to 25. This is given to us actually. If you multiply both of them, what is x square plus 1 by x square into x plus 1 by x? This will be x cube plus x plus 1 by x plus 1 by x cube. This is equal to 75 root 3. But x plus 1 by x over here is equal to 3 square root of 3. So x cube plus 1 by x cube is equal to 72 square root of 3. So we have x cube plus 1 by x cube, that is 72 square root of 3. We have x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4. This is 623. If we multiply both of them, what is x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 into x cube plus 1 by x cube? That will be x to the power 7 plus x plus 1 by x to the power 7 plus 1 by x. This is equal to 72 root 3 into 623. You can use your calculator to calculate what is 72 into 623. That will be equal to 44856. So this is 44856 root 3. This is the value of x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7 plus x plus 1 by x. But what is x plus 1 by x? This is equal to 3 square root of 3. So if you're only looking for the value of x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7, that will be equal to 44853 square root of 3. So the answer for this particular question is option A. In this question, we are told that there is a class of 150 students. Now, 75 students chose physics, 111 students chose maths, and 40 students chose chemistry. Now, at least one student chose all the three subjects, and the number of students who chose physics and chemistry is equal to the number of students who chose chemistry and maths is equal to half the number of students who chose physics and maths. What is the maximum possible number of students who chose physics but not maths? So this is clearly a question which involves Venn diagrams. Let us draw three circles. One represents the number of students who chose physics, one represents the number of students who chose maths, and one represents the number of students who chose chemistry. So this is physics. The number of students who chose physics is 75. What is the number of students who chose maths? This is 111. And what is the number of students who chose chemistry? The number of students who chose chemistry is 40. Let us assume that the number of students who chose all the three subjects is x. So what is told to us is that x is greater than or equal to 1. At least one student chose all the three subjects. We are also told that the number of students who chose physics and chemistry is equal to the number of students who chose chemistry and maths, and this is half the number of students who chose physics and maths. So let us assume that the number of students who chose physics and chemistry is k, number of students who chose chemistry and maths will be k, and number of students who chose physics and maths will be 2k. Now we know that the number of students who chose all the three subjects is x. Number of students who chose physics and chemistry is k. So the number of students who chose physics and chemistry but not maths will be k minus x. Similarly, the number of students who chose chemistry and maths is k. Number of students who chose all the three subjects is x. So number of students who chose maths and chemistry but not physics is k minus x. Similarly, the number of students who chose physics and maths but not chemistry will be 2k minus x. Now we can identify the number of students who chose only physics, this part, number of students who chose only maths, this part, and the number of students who chose only chemistry, this part. Total number of students who chose physics is 75. From that, we have to remove 2k minus x and k minus x. What is 2k minus x plus k minus x? This is equal to 3k minus x. This we have to subtract from 75 to get the number of students who chose only physics. So this will be 75 plus x minus 3k. Similarly, the number of students who chose only maths we can calculate. We will get this as 111 plus x minus 3k. And we can calculate the number of students who chose only chemistry. We have to first calculate this plus this plus this. What will that be? K minus x plus k minus x will be 2k minus x. This we have to subtract from 40. So this will be 40 plus x minus 2k. Now we know the distribution of all the 150 students. If we sum up all of these variables, we have to get 150, which is the total number of students. We can do that. We can just add all of them, or we can be slightly smarter. We know that the sum of all the numbers within this circle is equal to 111. You can just add this one plus this one plus this one plus this one. You will get 111. So 111 plus 75 plus x minus 3k plus k minus x plus 40 plus x minus 2k this has to equal 150, which is the total number of students in the school. You can cancel some of them. You can cancel this and this. This will be minus 5k. So this will be 111 plus 40 is 151. So this is 1. So we are going to get 76 minus 4k plus x is equal to 0. Or the value of 4k is equal to 76 plus x. So the relationship between k and x is that 4k is equal to 76 plus x. What are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the maximum possible value of the number of students who chose physics but not maths. The number of students who chose physics but not maths will be this number, which represents the number of students who chose only physics, plus this number, which is the number of students who chose physics and chemistry but not maths. If you are adding both of them, that will be 75 plus x minus 3k plus k minus x. What is the maximum value of this is what we are required to calculate. This is just 75 minus 2k. This we have to maximize. We have to essentially minimize, therefore, k. What is the minimum value of k? From this particular equation, the minimum value of k of 4k will be 80. Because x cannot be equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to 1. The number of students who chose all the three subjects is at least 1. So x is at least equal to 1, and the right hand side has to be a multiple of 4. If x is equal to 1, 4k will be 77. That's not a multiple of 4, or 78 or 79. So the smallest value x can take will be 4, and at that point 4k is equal to 80, or the minimum value of k is equal to 20. If the minimum value of k is equal to 20, the maximum value of 75 minus 2k will be 35. So the answer for this particular question is option B. In this question, we are given a logarithmic equation and we are asked to calculate the sum of all the possible real values of x for which that equation is true. Whenever you are given a logarithm, note that a logarithm log of a to the base b is defined only if these three conditions are matched. When is it defined? It is defined when a is strictly greater than 0. A cannot be equal to 0. The argument has to be definitely greater than 0. The base b also has to be greater than 0 and b should not equal 1. These are the conditions that are needed for a logarithm to be defined. In this particular case, there are two logarithms on the left hand side and on the right hand side. We want the argument to be strictly greater than 0 for both. So we want x plus 1 to be greater than 0 and we want x square minus 9 to be greater than 0. For this to happen, we want x to be greater than minus 1. For the second one to happen, we want x to be greater than 3 or x to be less than minus 3. This also has to hold true, this also has to hold true for the arguments to be greater than 0. Similarly, we want the base of both of them to be strictly greater than 0. That is, we want x minus 3 to be greater than 0 and x minus 3 should not equal 1. All of these conditions, if you realize, will be satisfied if x is greater than 3 and x should not equal 4. This is the necessity. These are the necessary conditions for the logarithms to be defined. Once you know that the logarithms are defined, let us now solve the equation. If you are looking at the equation, this will be log of x square minus 9 to the base x minus 3 is equal to log of x plus 1 to the base x minus 3 plus 2. Now we know that x square minus 9 is equal to x minus 3 into x plus 3. So the left hand side can be simplified to equal log of x minus 3 to the base x minus 3 plus log of x plus 3 to the base x minus 3 is equal to log of x plus 1 to the base x minus 3 plus 2. This is the equation that we have. Now log of x minus 3 to the base x minus 3, this is simply equal to 1. So if you are simplifying the equation, what we are going to get is log of x plus 3 to the base x minus 3 is equal to log of x plus 1 to the base x minus 3. This is 1 over here, this is 2, so you can simplify it and equal 1. We can now write 1 as log of x minus 3 to the base x minus 3. The base of all of the logarithms is x minus 3, so we can simplify this and we are going to get a quadratic equation. The left hand side is x plus 3, the right hand side will be x plus 1 into x minus 3. This is x plus 3 is equal to x square minus 2x minus 3. Or the quadratic equation will be x square minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. So the value of x is either 3 plus square root of 9 plus 24, that is 33 by 2. This is one equation. Or 3 minus square root of 33 divided by 2. Both of these values of x satisfy the given quadratic equation. But we know that for the logarithm to be defined, we want the logarithm to be defined first before we solve the equation. So x has to be greater than 3 and x cannot be equal to 4. So this is a negative value, this will be rejected. The only value of x which is a valid solution is this. So the answer for this particular question will be option D. In this question, we are told that the average salary of 5 managers and 25 engineers in a company is 60,000 rupees. Let us assume that the average salary of a manager is M and the average salary of an engineer is E. So what is the total salary of all of these employees? That will be 5M because there are 5 managers plus 25E. This is the total salary. What is the average salary? You divide it by 30. This we are told is equal to 60,000 rupees. Or 5M plus 25E is equal to 60,000 into 30. What is 60,000 into 30? That will be 18 lakhs. This is 1800, 18,000, 1 lakh 80,000. Yeah, there will be 5 zeros at the end of it. This seems very big. We can divide the entire equation with 5. So M plus 5E, we are just dividing this equation with 5, is equal to 3,60,000. Now what we are told is, if the managers receive a 20% increase, if the managers receive a 20% increase, the average salary of the managers become 1.2 M and there are 5 of them. And the salary of the engineers remains unchanged. So the salary of the engineers remains E and there are 25 of them. So now what is the total salary? It will be 1.2 M into 5. What is 1.2 M into 5? That will be 6 M plus 25E. This is the total salary. What is the average salary? You divide it by 30, because still, even though the salary of the managers has increased, there are still only 5 managers and 25 engineers. So the total number of people is still 30. This becomes equal to the average salary increased by 5%. So this is 60,000 into 1.05, which is equal to 63,000. You can now cross multiply. You are going to get 6M plus 25E is equal to 63,000 into 30, which is 18 lakhs and 90,000. Now 5M plus 25E is 18 lakhs. 6M plus 25E is 18 lakhs 90,000. You subtract the first equation from the second equation, you are going to get the value of M to equal 90,000. You can substitute this in any one of the two equations to get the value of E. Because we have divided the first equation by 5, we'll substitute it over here just to make calculations easy. If you want, you can substitute it even in this particular equation, it doesn't matter, you will get the same answer. Here if you make M is equal to 90,000, 5E is equal to 2 lakhs and 70,000. Therefore, the value of E is equal to 54,000. So the answer for this particular question will be option C, which is 54,000.
To crack CAT with confidence, you need a lot of practice and a lot of testing. And the questions that matter the most are the questions that have come in CAT previous year's paper. Each of these CAT previous year's paper you can attempt on Cracku. You can download it as a PDF or you can actually take it in the mock format. Not only that, but each of these questions has a detailed written solution as well as a video solution. You can take these in the mock format and later you can analyze your strengths and weaknesses. You can pinpoint the areas you need to improve in. So see how real CAT questions are asked, learn from the detailed solutions, so build speed, accuracy and confidence. So visit Cracku today and start solving our previous year's CAT papers.
In this question, we are told that there is a trapezium ABCD such that AB is parallel to DC, AD is perpendicular to AB and AB is equal to 3DC. So the trapezium looks something like this. This is A, this is B, AB is perpendicular to AD, so this is D and this is C. The length of AB is 3 times the length of CD. We are told that a circle is inscribed within the trapezium such that all the sides are touched by the circle of radius 3 centimeters. Okay. Then the area of the trapezium has to be calculated. So let us assume that this is how the circle looks like. So let us assume that this is the circle. The radius of the circle is 3 centimeters. Let the center of the circle be O. So this would imply that the length of O from AD is 3 centimeters. The length of O from AB is 3 centimeters. The length of O from CD is 3 centimeters. This is 3, this is 3, this is 3. This is a trapezium. We are told that this is perpendicular. So this also is perpendicular. Now, if you are thinking about these points, let us assume that these points are P, Q, and R. Because O is the center of the circle and CD is a tangent, this also will be 90 degrees. Similarly, if you are looking at O to R, this also will be 90 degrees, and this also will be 90 degrees because this also is a tangent. Now, if you think about it, the quadrilateral OQAR is a square because all the four angles are 90 degrees and the two adjacent sides are 3 and 3. Similarly, this also will be 90, this also will be 90. Similarly, even OQPD is a square. What does this imply? This would simply imply that this is equal to 3 centimeters, this is equal to 3 centimeters, this is equal to 3 centimeters, and this is equal to 3 centimeters. Let the length of CP be equal to x. Now, if this is a point, say T, if you are looking at CP and CT, both of them are tangents to the circle from the point C, so both of them will be equal in length. Remember what we know, if there is a circle like this, and if you draw two tangents to the circle from the same point, suppose this is one tangent and this is another tangent. Now, both of them will be equal in length. Therefore, if CP is equal to x, CT also will be equal to x. Similarly, from point B, if BR is equal to BT is equal to y. That is, if this is equal to y, this also will be equal to y. Why is that the case? Because both of them are tangents drawn to the circle from the point B. Now, what we know is that AB is equal to 3 times CD. What is AB? AB is 3 plus y. So, 3 plus y is equal to 3 times 3 plus x, or 3 plus y is equal to 9 plus 3x, or the value of y is equal to 3x plus 6. Now, if you are drawing a perpendicular from C to AB, something like this, this is 90 degrees. And if say this point is U, if you are looking at the right angle triangle CBU, the length of CB is equal to 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. This is equal to 6. What is the length of CB? This is equal to x plus y, because this is y and this will be equal to x. What is the length of BU? BU will be equal to this length over here is equal to this length, and this is equal to 3 plus x. Therefore, this length over here we actually know is equal to y. So what we know, that is, so this length will be equal to y minus x. Why are we saying y minus x? If you are just writing it again simply to avoid any confusion, let us just draw the trapezium. This is the trapezium like this. This length is x plus y. This length is 6. This length is 3 plus x. This length is 3 plus y. This is the trapezium that we have. This is 3 plus x. This over here is 3 plus y, and this is 6. So if you're drawing a perpendicular like this small part will be 3 plus x. Therefore, this part will be y minus x. This is 6. So if you're just looking at this right angle triangle and use the Pythagoras theorem, 6 square plus y minus x whole square is equal to x plus y whole square. You can simplify this. 36 plus x square plus y square minus 2xy is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy. You can cancel these two. So the value of 36 is equal to 4xy, or the value of xy is equal to 9. But what is the value of y? Y is 3x plus 6. So x into 3x plus 6 is equal to 9. 3x square plus 6x is equal to 9. We can divide this equation with 3. You are going to get x square plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. This would be x plus 3 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of x is 1 and the value of y, which is equal to 3x plus 6, will be equal to 9. So the trapezium will be something like this. This is 6. The bottom one is 3 plus x, so this is 4. The top one is 3 plus 9, so this is 12. And this will be x plus y, which is equal to 10. What is the area of this trapezium? It is half into sum of parallel sides, which is 12 plus 4, into the distance between them, which is 6. This will equal 48 square units. So the answer for this particular question, which is a lengthy question, is option A. In this question, we are given an equation. We are told that 12 to the power 12x into 4 to the power 24x plus 12 into 5 to the power 2y is equal to 8 to the power 4z into 20 to the power 12x into 243 to the power 3x minus 6. We are required to calculate the value of x, y and z. So we'll first do the prime factorization of the left hand side and the prime factorization of the right hand side. What do I mean by prime factorization? I will express the left hand side and the right hand side as product of primes. For example, what is 12? 12 is 4 into 3. But 4 is not a prime number. So we'll express this as 2 square into 3. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number. So this is the prime factorization of 12. What is the second one? It is 4. 4 is simply 2 square. The prime factorization of 4 is 2 square. We are writing 4 as a product of only prime numbers. Every number can be written as a product of only prime numbers. That is called the prime factorization. And you can write any number as a product of prime numbers in exactly one way. And that one way is the prime factorization. For example, 12 is 2 square into 3. 4 is 2 square. 5 itself is a prime number, so we can ignore it. We'll just write 5 as 5. Or we'll write 5 as 5 to the power 1. 8 over here is 2 cube. 20 is 2 square into 5. All of these are the prime factorizations. 243 is 3 to the power 5. These are basically the prime factorizations of all the numbers given in this particular equation. And if you are raising any number to a power, you can express it even as a prime factorization. For example, 12 to the power 12x will be equal to 2 to the power, because 12 is 2 square, 24x into 3 to the power 12x. This is just 12 to the power 12x. What about 4 to the power 24x plus 12? That will be 2 to the power 48x plus 24. And then we have 5 to the power 2y. 5 is a prime number, so we'll just write it as 5 to the power 2y. This is equal to the right hand side. 8 to the power 4z, because 8 is 2 cube, will be 2 to the power 12z. Then we have 20 to the power 12x. This is 2 to the power 24x, because 20 is 2 square into 5 into 5 to the power 12x. And we have 243 to the power 3x minus 6, which is 3 to the power 15x minus 30. Now, if you are comparing the powers of the prime numbers, we can actually calculate it. What is the power of 2 on the left hand side? It is 24x plus 48x plus 24. This has to equal the power of 2 on the right hand side, which is 12z plus 24x. If you are simplifying it, you can actually cancel these two. You can divide the entire equation with 12. Z is equal to 4x plus 2. If you are comparing the powers of 3, on the left hand side it is 12x. And on the right hand side it is 15x minus 30. So 3x is equal to 30, or the value of x is 10. Therefore, the value of z is equal to 42, because z is 4x plus 12. We have to just calculate the value of y. We will compare the power of 5. On the left hand side it is 2y. And what is the power of 5 on the right hand side? The power of 5 on the right hand side is 12x, or y is equal to 6x. So the value of y, because x is 10, will be equal to 60. So x is 10, y is 60, z is 42. The sum of x plus y plus z will therefore be equal to 112. This will be the answer. In this question, we are told that there is a triangle ABC in which AB is equal to AC is equal to 12 centimeters. So let us assume that this is the triangle ABC. This is A, this is B, and this is C. AB is 12 centimeters. AC is 12 centimeters. This is an isosceles triangle. So the angles of the base are the same. That is, this angle is equal to this angle. Let us assume that both of them are x. So this is x and this is x. Now, there is a line AD where D is on BC. So this is being extended like this. This is point D to point E. This is E, such that AEB is also equal to x, because we are told that AEB will be equal to ACB, and we assume that ACB is equal to x. We are asked to calculate the length of A. We are given the length of AD. AD is equal to 8 centimeters. Now, in these kind of questions, we have to find two triangles which are similar. What are two triangles which are similar? Two triangles where all the three angles are the same are called similar triangles. So let us assume, for example, that BAD is equal to P. Then if you are looking at two triangles, one is AEB and ABD, you will notice that two angles are the same. In ABD, one of the angle is P, one of the angle is X, and one of the angle, the third angle will be 180 minus X, 180 minus X minus P. Similarly, in AEB, one of the angle is X, one of the angle is P, and one of the angle is 180 minus X minus P. Just to avoid confusion, let me draw these two triangles separately. This is AEB. This is A, this is E, and this is B. This angle is X. This angle is P. This will be 180 minus X minus P. Because this is X, this is P, this entire angle will be 180 minus X minus P. This is AEB. Sorry, this is A, this is B, and this is E. This is AB. Similarly, about ABD, this is ABD. This is A, this is B, and this is D. This angle is P, this angle is X, and this angle will be 180 minus X minus P. As you can see, all the three angles are the same for the three triangles. In addition to it, we know that AB is equal to 12 centimeters. So this is 12 centimeters. This also is 12 centimeters. We know the length of AD. AD is equal to 8 centimeters. This is 8 centimeters. What we are required to calculate is the length of AE. Now, using the property of similar triangles, where all the sides opposite the same angle will be proportional, we will figure out that AB divided by AE would represent the angle which is opposite X divided by the angle which is opposite 180 minus X minus P is equal to AD divided by AB. AD is the side which is opposite angle X, AB is the side which is opposite angle 180 minus x minus p. We know the length of AB. AB is 12 centimeters. We know the length of AD. This is 8 centimeters. So if you're actually writing it, 12 divided by AE is equal to 8 divided by 12, or the length of AE is equal to 12 into 12 divided by 8. This is 3, this is 2, which is equal to 18 centimeters. So the length of AE is equal to 18 centimeters, which is option C. In this question, we are told that vessels A and B contain 60 liters of alcohol and water. So there is A, which contains 60 liters. Initially, it contains only alcohol. And we have B, it contains only water, and it also contains 60 liters. A certain volume is taken out of A and poured into B. Let us assume that Y liters are taken out and poured into B. So what is the amount of alcohol left in A? It will be 60 minus Y. What is the amount of alcohol in B? B will have a total of 60 plus Y, out of which Y liters are alcohol. This has come from A, and 60 liters are the original water which was anyways present. So after one change, A has 60 minus Y, entirely alcohol. B has a total of 60 plus Y, out of which Y is alcohol and 60 is water. Then we are told that the same volume is taken out of B and poured into A. How much of it? Y liters are taken out and poured from B to A. Now out of this Y liters, because some water has been mixed, we need to calculate what is the exact amount of alcohol in this second Y liters that is being poured from B to A. 60 plus Y total solution consists of Y liters of alcohol. Now if Y liters are being taken out, what is the amount of alcohol in it? The amount of alcohol in it will be Y divided by 60 plus Y into Y. So the amount of alcohol is Y square divided by 60 plus Y. This is the amount of alcohol that is being brought back from B to A. Now A has 60 minus Y alcohol at the start. So the total amount of alcohol in A after we are bringing a second batch in would be this Y square divided by 60 plus Y plus 60 minus Y. This, if you are simplifying, will be Y square. This is 60 minus Y and 60 plus Y will be plus 3600 minus Y square divided by 60 plus Y. This is simply equal to 3600 divided by 60 plus Y. This is the amount of alcohol in A after all the changes are done. Now we are told that the ratio of alcohol to water in A is 15:4. If the ratio of alcohol to water is 15:4 and the total volume is 60 liters, what is the amount of alcohol in it? That will be 15 divided by 15 plus 4, which is 19, into 60. If you simplify it, you are going to get the value of Y. 60 is 60 times 60 is 3600, so this will be 60. 60 divided by 15 is 4, or the value of 60 plus Y is equal to 19 into 4, which is 76. So the value of Y is 16 liters. So the answer for this particular question will be 16 liters.
Want to know how 100 percentiler approaches the CAT exam? Now you can. Cracku is giving away 3 full-length mocks designed by 5x 100 percentiler Maruti Sir himself to mirror the actual test. After you finish, just don't look at your scores. Dive into our detailed video solution for every question to learn the expert strategy. Plus, get a deep performance analysis to pinpoint your exact weaknesses. Get your free mock right now. Go to Google and search Cracku CAT free mock.
In this question, we are told that there are two boxes A and B, and the ratio of the number of coins in A and B is 17:7. So if you have A and B, the initial number of coins in A is 17x, and the number of coins in B is 7x. because the ratio of the number of coins is 17:7. Now 108 coins are shifted from box A to box B. So the number of coins in box A will be 17x minus 108, and the number of coins in B will be 7x plus 108, because A has 108 coins lesser now, B has 108 coins more now. This ratio is given to us 17x minus 108 divided by 7x plus 108 is equal to 37:20. So using this equation, we can calculate the value of x, which is what we'll try to do now. So 20 into 17x, which is 340x, minus 108 into 20 is equal to 37 into 7x plus 108 into 37. 37 into 7x, what is the value of 37 into 7x? 37 into 7 will be 210 plus 49, which is 259x. 340x minus 249x is 81x. So 81x is equal to 108 into 20 plus 108 into 37. 108 into 20 plus 108 into 37 is equal to 108 into 57. This is the value of 81x. We can divide both sides with 27. 81 divided by 27 is 3x, is equal to 4 into 57. This is 3, 57 divided by 3 is 19. So the value of x is equal to 76. Now, how many coins were there in A at the start? The number of coins in A at the start is 17x. How many coins were there in B at the start? The number of coins in B at the start is 7x. So at the start, if you want to make the number of coins between A and B to be the same, how many coins should have been transferred from A to B? The number of coins that should have been transferred is 5x. If 5x are transferred, A will have 12x, B will have 12x. So how many coins should have been transferred? The value of x is 76. The number of coins that should have been transferred is 76 into 5, which is equal to 380. But out of this 380, some coins were already transferred. Here we have seen that 108 coins were transferred. Therefore, the number of coins that have to be still transferred, the number of coins that should have been further transferred is 380 minus 108, which is equal to 272. So the answer for this particular question will be equal to 272. In this question, we are told that there are three numbers p, q, and r. There are three natural numbers such that their sum is 900. So p plus q plus r is equal to 900. This is the first thing that is given. We are also told that r is a perfect square whose value lies between 150 and 500. So r is greater than 150 and r is less than 500, and r is a perfect square. What is the smallest square which is greater than 150? The smallest square which is greater than 150 is 169, which is 13 square. What is the largest square which is less than 500? The largest square which is less than 500 is 484, which is equal to 22 square. So r will be either equal to 13 square or 14 square or 15 square or some square which is 21 square or 22 square. These are the only values that r can take. We are also told that p is not less than 0.3q. So p is not less than 0.3q. So p is greater than or equal to 0.3q. And p is not more than 0.7q. So p is less than or equal to 0.7q. What does this mean? It means that q is, from this equation, less than or equal to 10 by 3p. From the second inequality, q is greater than or equal to 10 by 7p. These are the values of q. It is less than or equal to 10 by 3p from this inequality, and it is greater than or equal to 10 by 7p from this inequality. We know that p plus q plus r is 900. So p plus q is equal to 900 minus r. if q is less than or equal to 10 by 3p, from this particular case, if you are adding p on both sides, p plus q will be less than or equal to 13 by 3p. I have just added p to this because I am adding p on the left hand side, I am adding p on the right hand side. From the second inequality, if q is greater than or equal to 10 by 7p, if I am adding p on both sides, p plus q is greater than or equal to 17 by 7p. Why am I doing this? I am doing this because I know that p plus q is equal to 900 minus r. Now here I have p plus q is less than or equal to 13 by 3p. This would imply that 13 by 3p is greater than or equal to p plus q, but p plus q is equal to 900 minus r. Therefore, the value of p is greater than or equal to 3 by 13 into 900 minus r. This will give me the minimum possible value of p. Similarly, p plus q is greater than or equal to 17 by 7p. That is 900 minus r is greater than or equal to 17 by 7p, or the value of p is less than or equal to 7 by 17 into 900 minus r. This will give me the maximum value of p. If I am trying to maximize the value of p, I would want this to be as high as possible. That is, I would want this to be as high as possible. That is, I would want r to be as low as possible. The smallest value r can take is 169. So if I substitute that, p is less than or equal to 7 by 17 into 900 minus 169. This is equal to 7 by 17 into 731. 731 divided by 17 is 43. So p is less than or equal to 7 into 43, which is 301. So the maximum value p can take is 301. Here p is greater than or equal to 900 minus r. If I am trying to find the minimum value of it, I would want this to be as low as possible. So I would want r to be as high as possible. The maximum value r can take is 484, which is 22 square. So p is greater than or equal to 3 by 13 into 900 minus 484. This is greater than or equal to 3 by 13 into 416. 416 divided by 13 is 32. So p is greater than or equal to 3 into 32, which is 96. This is the minimum value of p. The maximum value is 301. The minimum value is 96. The sum of both of them will be 397. That will be the answer for this question.
DILR feels unpredictable. It's not luck, it's a smart set selection. Many fear DILR, but how does CAT actually frames the paper? There are definitely solvable sets when you learn to navigate and pick sets from your comfort zone. And for set selection strategy, PYQs are your best resource. We team Cracku have compiled CAT DILR questions all at one place. Just Google CAT DILR questions to practice, analyze, watch video solution and download PDFs.